God doesn't want you numb with depression or just treating its symptoms. He wants you out of it. You're not weak or less of a Christian for being depressed. Even Elijah, one of God's greatest prophets, suffered from depression. Somebody gave me a list of natural remedies for depression from a well-known medical university. The more I read them, the more I noticed that they're very similar to the instructions that God gave Elijah almost 3,000 years ago. Now, notice first, Elijah's depression comes right after a victorious blessing from God. You see, the devil can't stand to see you happy. So, if he can't stop your blessing, he's going to do everything in his power to stop you from enjoying it. And the first thing on this list says, a definite sign of depression is a noticeable change in appetite or eating habits. Now, they recommend eating healthy superfoods that naturally enhance serotonin levels in the brain. Look, God made our bodies and all the chemicals in our brains. He knows how they work. Food really does affect your moods. But notice that this was the first thing God did for Elijah. He sent an angel to cook him something to eat twice. Look, you know you're depressed if an angel cooks supper and you don't even get excited about it, right? Look, God didn't get on to him or tell him just get over it, Elijah. No, he helped him out of it because he cared about it. Listen, depression will steal your enthusiasm. It'll cause you to feel fatigued and stressed out. These doctors found that brief exercise every day helped alleviate major depression. Again, exercise changes the chemicals in your brain and causes endorphins to be released, which are basically natural antidepressants. See, God even prescribed exercise to Elijah. There's a note here that says, many studies going as far back as the 1980s support brief exercise as an effective treatment for depression. 1980s. Really? God said this back in 850 BC. Look, depression causes a loss of interest in your greatest passions. Elijah had no passion greater than God, but here he is hiding from the one he loved the most. Depression will cause you to ignore the people and the things you love the most. It just sucks the structure out of your life. This list says, establish new goals. Put responsibility back in your life. And that's just what God did. He put Elijah back to work. Look, depression can also drive people into a dark cave, metaphorically speaking. Now, this study found that getting regular sunshine showed significant results in some people suffering from depression. Now, God literally went into a cave to get Elijah back out in the sunlight. But depression will also make a person feel hopeless and alone. Elijah felt worthless, even told God he was the only one left. During these times, negative thinking floods our minds, overwhelms us, and even causes suicidal thoughts. And Elijah even had these thoughts. Listen, you may not feel like it at the moment, but you do have a lot to live for. This will pass. Finally, the list recommends simple counseling. Go sit down with a friend, a pastor, and talk. Proverbs said, he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. But most of all, go talk to God. Just getting in your prayer closet will drastically change your life. So basically, the same thing that a modern doctor might recommend, God's already recommended it 3,000 years ago. Here's a recap of how God helped Elijah overcome his depression. First, eat some healthy food, get some exercise, get some sunshine, put structure and routine back in your life, change your mindset, set new goals, and walk in faith. And most important, trust God and put Him first in your life. Sounds pretty simple, right? Hey, work for Elijah.